yes, we are going to get into this Medusa Halloween look. And believe it or not, this look is very easy to do. So let's get into it. We're going to start with the primer, and that is by Fenty Beauty. We're just going to put that all over our face, and that just keeps our face matte, keeps some oil and sweat from coming through to the makeup, and it adds like a barrier protection between your face and the makeup. Gonna get into that and rub it all in, because this Medusa look is meant to be bomb, y'all. Wait till y'all see how easy it is. It is super easy to do. Of course, I will have all of the products that I am using in this video will be listed in the description box of this YouTube video for everyone to see. I'm gonna try to be cautious and remember to name all of them as I go, so y'all know exactly what I'm using. Right here, we're going to go into the eyebrows, and this brush is by L'Oreal. It's a brow stylist shape and feel, and the color of it and everything like that will be in the description box. It is a dark brown. I think it's dark brunette. And we're just going to take that and we're going to start filling in these brows. And when I do my brows, I like to stay as close to my natural brow shape as possible. But if you do notice, my eyebrows are not the same. So I do have to play with them a bit to get them to even up, because one is a little higher than the other, which is usual for a lot of people. Everything is not identical on their face. So that's what makeup is for. You kind of play around with it, kind of get it as even as possible. Some days I can, some days I can't. Then it's, oh, well, we tried, but it still look bomb either way, because nothing is going to be perfect. So we're just going to do everything, fill that in with this brow pencil. And remember, once we fill it in, we are going to clean it up. So it is okay if you make some small mistakes and go outside of where you want to go, because we are going to take some concealer and clean that up and make sure it looks super sharp, sis. And we're going to grab that, Fenty Beauty foundation, and it's matte, honey, and I love it. It makes you look airbrush, and this is in the shade 420. I don't know what type of makeup brush it is. I got this off Amazon like years ago. If you notice, one side is missing, but this brush is bomb for doing my brows, because it's flat and it just does them so perfectly. So don't be skipping out on Amazon. They do be having some bomb stuff for cheap. I had to glue this piece back on because that's how I wanted to fall off at one point, but I ain't letting this brush go easy, girl. So we're just going to do that top part of the brow with that foundation by Fenty Beauty. 420 is the color. You look good, sis. And then we're going to take this brush, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to even all of that out. And this is actually a crease prep brush by Real Techniques. And I love using this to blend out around my brows, because it's just perfect. It goes like perfectly around and just evens everything out. And I love using it for this purpose. I'll go between this brush and my makeup blender. Yes, honey, just pat it out until it's even. It's like blended out. It don't got to be perfect, because we still going to go over our whole face with the foundation anyway. But sometimes, girl, sometimes I'll be doing too much. Look at that, just doing too much. I can be a little perfectionist sometimes. I'm supposed to already be done with this brow already, girl. I'm still going. So yes, we're gonna get into this Tarte Shape Tape, and this is color 42S Tan Sand. And we are going to use that to clean up the underside of our brow. And this is going to look a little bright when I put it on, but it's going to work out in the end, sis. Just sit back, relax, and wait on it. It's going to look good, I promise. But I'm going to go back into that same brush that I had no idea what is by, who is by, where it came from. I just know it came from Amazon. I know it's bomb, like I said, because it's the only brush I use to do my eyebrows. And I will put some duct tape on it before I throw this away, honey. So yeah, we're going to clean up that underbrow with that Tarte Shape Tape Concealer 42S Tan Sand. And we're just going to make sure we get that bottom brow good. You don't even look like you need to get your brows waxed anymore. Okay, just so y'all know, I be doing like one side on camera, then I be going off camera to do the other side, because I don't want y'all to think like it's magic and you just do one side and then like bam, automatically the other side's done. No, I like stop the camera and do the other side off so I can get all up in the camera and everything, all up in everybody's personal space to see. But so yeah, I go off camera to do the other side, so that's why you don't see me doing the other side here. But just put that all over the lid, that concealer, and we're going to go in with that brush from Real Technique and kind of just pat that out and smooth that out good. And we're just going to keep patting that in. It kind of evens out for us. But like I said, it's going to look bright. It may look ridiculous right now, but it's going to all come together. Just give it time. Be patient. We're going to take that beauty blender and we're going to finish working. So we're going in with this setting powder. This is by Sacha Buttercup. And I'm going to use that same brush by Real Techniques. And we're going to set our lids so there's no creasing, because we don't want our shadow to crease on top of our lids. So we're just going to take that onto our brush and just pat that into the lids all the way around. Make sure that's in good. And this is Sacha Buttercup setting powder. So we're going back in with our Fenty Beauty foundation. And I just like to clean up those brows a little bit with the foundation that I'm going to be using for my face for the look. Of course, we are using foundation at the end of everything, but I like to just go ahead and separate those brows, get rid of that unibrow real quick, and kind of separate that and even them brows out, because we want the, we don't want to really bold at the front of those brows. We want a gradient and kind of going into the dark look. But again, makeup is art. It's no wrong or right way to do something. It's however you like your makeup to look. So don't ever think just because I do it some way that you have to do it that way if you don't like it that way. Do it how you like it, because you are the artist, honey. Yes, let's get into this makeup palette. This is one of my favorites. This is Jamie Charles makeup palette. And we're going into that first black color, and that is in the shade Spooky. And we're going to be using our Morphe M167 brush to kind of lay that black right down towards the bottom of our lids, because we're going to have it black kind of going into a greenish look. So we're going to take that black and kind of just sit it down on the lid right there. We're not really going to do any blending at this point. We're just going to pack it on. So we're going to go back into that same James Charles palette, and we're going to use that dark green color, and it is called Daddy. Yes, I love the name, Daddy. We are putting Daddy on top of that black, and we are using that same Morphe brush that we used before. But this time, once we sit it on there, we're going to get it set on there on each lid. Then we're going to go back and blend it out. But right now, we're just sitting that dark green shade called Daddy from James Charles palette right on the top of that black we just sat down. So now we're going to go in with that Morphe M573 brush, and we're going to start blending that out right at the top of that green. And we're going to put a little bit more green on there and place that on there to help blend that out. And the look we're going for is a gradient at the top. We want it blended out. We don't want that harsh green line that was there. We kind of want it to look like it's fading out naturally. So we're just going to pick up some more green as needed and just kind of, fade it out and work it and just kind of get that color that you're looking for. And this is the part you just play with it. You can pick up more color and put it down and blend as much as you need. Just to your liking. We're about to get into this liner now. So we're going to grab that black liquid liner, and it is by NYX. And I like to start at the outer corner of my eye and go up and then draw a line coming back down. And then just fill out the liner around as needed. I find this is the best technique for me, but of course you learn your own techniques and what works for you. Oh, I was about to start talking about some, but she is still at it with this liner. I was ready to go on to the next part. And we're going to take that Fenty Beauty foundation in shade 420, and we're going to clean up that liner just so it's super sharp. It just does something to your eye look when you do it. It takes it from like ooh to ah, like y'all see. Watch. We're just going to place that under the liner, take it up, and we're going to blend that out. And we're going to do the other side the exact same way. And you're just cleaning up the liner and all that, extra shadow that kind of fell out. But this is a really good technique, especially if you maybe made one liner like thicker than the other. You can kind of go in with that foundation and make it smaller, and so that they all look the same. You know what I mean? It took a lot to get that out, y'all. I don't know why I just couldn't get that out the way I wanted to, but it's out. And then we're just taking that beauty blender and we're going in and blending that out under there. we are about to get into this foundation. So the same foundation we was using, that Fenty Beauty shade 420, we are taking that and putting it on our face because we are about to do the face now. Actually, like, the face highlight contour is my favorite part of makeup. It's just so fulfilling for some reason. But I like to spray my foundation before blending it out. And this is the Morphe setting spray. And it's matte. That was cold, y'all. And then I'm going to take my foundation brush. And this brush is by Sister Love Cosmetics, and this is a cosmetics line by my sister and myself. Yes, so y'all can go support. The link to this cosmetics line will be down in the description box. We do have matte lipsticks, makeup brushes, and lashes, but this is our foundation brush, and I love it because the foundation goes on so flawlessly. And I just pat the foundation into my skin. I really don't do a whole lot of rubbing. I pat it into the skin just to kind of help, smooth that out. And the Fenty Beauty foundation is like, it's matte, but it's like really flawless too. It gives you like an airbrush finish, and I love it. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add that to the forehead. I kind of tend to break it up because Fenty Beauty dries quick, y'all. I can't work that fast, so I kind of have to break it up so that I can put it on evenly because I have patches if I just wait. So now I'm just going to, put that into my forehead and blend it out all around. So, of course, we got to get that unibrow out of there. So I'm just going to put a little bit in between my brows and blend that out just to kind of get that in, We don't want that unibrow just sitting there like that. We're going to go back in with that concealer from earlier. That's that Tarte Tape Shape Tan Sand. And we're going to use that to highlight. So we're going to be placing that underneath our eyes, our chin, our forehead, and down the middle of our nose. And this concealer is bomb, y'all. And it smells good. And it's vegan. Everything I love. So we're going to take this matchstick, and this is by Fenty Beauty. I believe it's the color Espresso, but I will have it listed in a description box just to be sure. But we're going to contour with this, put it all around. I love this matchstick. Rihanna has some amazing products. And we are going to take our beauty blender and we are going to start blending out this concealer. And y'all, I forgot that this concealer dries down quick. But I love it because it doesn't move all over your face. It kind of stays in place. But you got to work quick with this concealer. but I love it. Just look how beautifully that is blending out. I love, love, love this concealer. It is a must have. That is just bomb. It just looks flawless, airbrush. It's just everything. This concealer is everything. Y'all, I was getting frustrated with the concealer at this point. I told you gotta work quick because this concealer dries fast. I had to take a breather real quick because it is not moving. It's just sitting there like it don't see me over here struggling. Girl, that's okay. I got something for this concealer. I'm gonna take that beauty blender and that setting spray. I'm gonna wet that and I'm gonna blend this bad boy out because it's not working with it. So I'm gonna make it work because we about to do this, whether you want to cooperate or not. And I just grabbed a smaller beauty blender to kind of get that middle part of my nose and blend that all out in there. And now I'm going to set that concealer that I placed. So I'm going to take that Sacha Buttercup setting powder on my beauty blender and I'm just going to pat that into the areas where I place concealer. And this just helps to prevent that concealer from creasing. So now I'm going to go back and take my foundation brush by Sister Love Cosmetics and I'm going to start blending out that contour. And I'm just going to pat that out into the concealer and kind of blend everything together. I don't know what I was doing right here. I think I was just admiring. You look good, girl. Come on, we got to finish this. So I'm just going to blend that out everywhere that I put that contour. And as I'm contouring, I'm going to go around and brush all that excess setting powder away as I get to it as well. Y'all, this little brush that I'm using right here, I got from Dollar Tree for $1 and it works perfectly. I'm telling y'all, it ain't gotta be expensive for it to work the way you want it to. Cause I almost bought this from the makeup store for like so much more. And I was like, you know what? Let me go check Dollar Tree first to see what they got. And they had this. And it is bomb. It works awesome. And this is a small eyeshadow brush, and it is by I'm so sorry. I'm going to list it in the description box because I am not sure. I'm sorry, it is by Ruby Kisses. It just came to me. And I'm just using that to kind of get into deeper with that contour on my nose to kind of drag it all the way up. And I am going into my Juvia's Place palette, and I'm using that darker brown. I will list the actual shade in the description box, but I'm just going to take that and place that everywhere that I put the contour. And I'm going to take my blush, and this is a blush brush, and this is Sister Love Cosmetics. And the actual blush I will have listed down in the description box as well. But I'm just going to place the blush on my face with the Sister Love Cosmetics brush. And I'm going to go back in with my foundation brush and kind of just even out all those lines so everything just flows naturally together. I got excited for this because who doesn't get excited about Trophy Wife by Fenty Beauty? This highlight is just awesome. So this brush is also by Sister Love Cosmetics. So I'm going to take that Trophy Wife and I'm going to place it in that brow bone area. Yes, it's popping, sis. Look at it again if you got to. I'm going to place it in the other one as well. Because, you know, with the highlight, we want everything to be popping. I'm going to place it down the middle of that nose to give us that Michael Jackson pop. It's going to make that, you know, really pop. Like, this is a Halloween look, so, you know, it's okay to go overboard with the highlighter. Like, I think it's okay to go a little overboard if it's not a Halloween look too, you know. But it all depends on what you like. But I love highlighter, so do what you want, sis. So now I'm going to spray that setting spray by Morphe all over my face to kind of set and melt all that in together to make it look luscious. And let that dry, and we're going to go on to the next step. So yes, this is a netted cap, and we are going to use this to create the scales on our face for this Medusa look. So I'm just going to take that and put it all the way down. I may look a little crazy, but guess what? It's going to come out good in the end. Just bear with me. This is so uncomfortable. This is why I did not do my lashes first, because I knew I had to do this. So I usually do my lashes right after I finish my eye look. But because I knew I had to put this net over my face first, I'm waiting to do my eyelashes till I'm done. So I'm going in with this Sonia Kashuk brush, and I'm using that same green from that James Charles palette that we used earlier, and I'm just placing that along the side of my face where I want to create the scales. I'm going to go ahead and put some on the other side so we can get some scales going on that side as well. My daughter actually walked in the room and was laughing at me, so I was trying to keep a straight face because I didn't want to mess this up. And we're going to go in with this highlight, and it just helps to give it a little dimension. And this is by Sister Love Cosmetic, and this is the shade Icy. And this will be dropping soon on our website. My daughter just won't let me be, y'all. She is killing me. So, of course, I got to go back in with that trophy wife and put it over there. Because we don't want our scales to look flat. We want it to look like we got actual scales on our face. So we want it to have dimensions when the light hits it. We're going to go ahead and take that net off. And yes, them scales are looking good. And that's easy. Just get creative with it. If you want more scales, put more scales like wherever you want them. Like, this is your look. It's your art. Do it how you want to do it. Now I'm going to go in with that highlight by Fenty Beauties. And that's Trophy Wife, of course. And I'm going to place that in the inner corners of my eyes. Just make it really poppin'. And, of course, I'm going to add some more to my nose and everything. Just give it a really glowy look. So now I'm taking a smudge brush, and this is by Sonia Kashuk. And I'm going back in with that black spooky, as it was called, Eye by James Charles palette. And I'm kind of just using that to smoke out that bottom lid. I'm going to go in with that small eyeshadow brush by Ruby Kisses. And I'm going to grab that green that we used earlier, and I'm just going to place it under that black to smoke out the bottom of the eye. Yes, this lash is by Sister Love Cosmetics. Is D660 Style Kimora. It is everything. Check it out, y'all. Because period, sis. Now we're going to get into this lippy. This lip is also by Sister Love's Cosmetics. It is 26 shade Mysterious, and it is matte. It does not move. It does not smudge. You put it on there, it is not going anywhere, honey. But we're going to place this on the lip to go with our Medusa look. I put on black liner too on my eye when I smudged out my under eye look. I did not show that, but I will list in the description box the liner pencil that I used. So yes, I'm about to go back in with that net because I'm going to put those scales over my lips. And I'm going to use those same highlights that I used before to give that scale look over my lips. Yes, that is everything. Those lips are like perfect. Get it, sis? Mm, Post, strike, Vogue. Sorry, y'all. Of course, I'm going to go back into that Trophy Wife highlight and add some more. Because I just felt like after putting the lashes on, you just needed a little bit more highlight up there. And then I'm also going to highlight the upper lip to make it really pop. Yes, so here comes the finished look, y'all. That was simple, easy, and yes, I added the context just to bring it all together. And the crown that I got from Party City, y'all. It just everything. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. And remember, subscribe, like, and share. Y'all need to support. Love ya. Bye.